Surah Al-Baqarah, a breathtaking history and lesson. Today, we are going to travel back to a remarkable time in history, a time when people's faith was being tested, a time when the struggle between truth and falsehood was happening constantly. Imagine a nation that had witnessed countless miracles from Allah with their own eyes, yet they still questioned, hesitated, and even delayed obeying the commands of Allah. Today, we will explore a breathtaking story from history, a story hidden within the longest chapter of the Quran, Surah Al-Baqarah. Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. You are watching the Religious Stories channel. In today's video, we will learn about the background of Surah Al-Baqarah, the story behind its name, and the important lessons it teaches us. Before we begin the main story, please consider subscribing to our channel and supporting us so that we can continue bringing you more fascinating and inspiring stories from the Islamic world. The background of the revelation of Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah was revealed in the city of Medina. At that time, the Muslims had recently migrated from Mecca after enduring years of persecution and hardship. In Medina, they were beginning to build a new community and a new society based on faith, justice, and unity. However, new challenges soon appeared. On one side were Jewish tribes who claimed to be followers of earlier prophets. On the other side were hypocrites, people who outwardly appeared to be Muslims but secretly plotted against the believers. In this complex situation, Allah revealed Surah Al-Baqarah to guide the Muslim community. Through this surah, Muslims were taught how to build a righteous society and how to remain firm upon the truth despite difficulties. Why is it called Al-Baqarah? The word Baqarah means the cow. The surah was given this name because of an important incident. One day, a mysterious murder occurred within their community. The people were confused and could not determine who had committed the crime. To reveal the truth, Allah commanded them to sacrifice a cow. At first glance, this seemed like a very simple command. But did they obey immediately? No. Instead, they began asking many questions. They asked, what kind of cow should it be? The answer came, it should be neither too old nor too young. But they asked again, what color should the cow be? The answer was, a bright yellow cow. Yet, even after that, they continued asking more questions. Eventually, they realized something important. When people delay obeying the command of Allah and keep questioning unnecessarily, a simple task can become much more difficult. Because of this incident, the surah became known as Surah Al-Baqarah, the cow. The important message at the beginning of Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah begins with a powerful declaration. Allah explains that the Quran is a book of guidance for humanity. However, not everyone accepts this guidance. The surah describes three types of people. First are the righteous believers, the people of taqwa. They believe in the unseen, establish prayer, and give charity from what Allah has provided them. Second are the disbelievers who reject the truth even after it becomes clear to them. And third are the hypocrites who claim to believe with their tongues but hide disbelief in their hearts. The story of Adam and Iblis. Another important story mentioned in Surah Al-Baqarah is the beginning of humanity. Allah informed the angels that He would create a representative on earth. The angels asked in wonder, will you place someone there who will cause corruption and shed blood? But Allah replied, I know what you do not know. Then Allah created Prophet Adam and taught him knowledge. Allah commanded the angels to bow in respect to Adam. All of them obeyed the command, except one. That one was Iblis. Out of pride and arrogance, he refused. Because of his arrogance, he was removed from the mercy of Allah. The important lessons of Surah Al-Baqarah. Surah Al-Baqarah teaches us many important commands and teachings for Muslims. Among them are the command to establish prayer, the obligation of charity, zakat, the laws of fasting in Ramadan, the guidance for performing Hajj, and the importance of justice and fairness in society. Within this surah is also one of the greatest verses in the Qur'an, Ayat al-Kursi, which describes the majesty, power, and absolute authority of Allah. The final part of Surah Al-Baqarah. At the end of Surah Al-Baqarah, there is a beautiful and heartfelt supplication. It is the prayer of a sincere believer who turns to Allah with humility and hope. The believer says, "O our Lord, do not hold us accountable if we forget or make a mistake. Our Lord, do not place upon us a burden greater than we can bear." This powerful prayer teaches us important qualities that every believer should have: humility before Allah, patience in difficult times, and complete trust in the mercy of our Creator. It reminds us that Allah understands human weakness and that sincere believers always turn back to Him for forgiveness and guidance. Surah Al-Baqarah is not just a story from the past. It is a complete guide for human life, a guide that teaches us how to live with faith, justice, and wisdom. Closing. If you enjoyed this video and found it beneficial, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. The Islamic History channel. Your support encourages us to continue bringing you more fascinating and inspiring stories from the Islamic world. Until next time, we will return with another incredible story from Islamic history. Assalamu alaikum.